Welcome everyone to this recently started Mock Beta Solution series. As we all know that Code Beta, it's almost upon us. It's on 10th of July for Zone 1, and they recently conducted this exam Mock Beta just so students can get familiarized with the environment in which they will be asked to code. And a lot of students have a lot of doubt while solving this question. Some of them have continuously keep getting presentation errors, some kept on getting runtime error, and some kept on getting wrong answers. So we have started this series in order to answer all those questions. So the first question that we have chosen is fill a line coin. This was the first one also in all those six questions that were asked, and most probably this was the easiest one. However, the students they took the wrong approach while solving this question, and I'll show you how they took it wrong. Okay, so you can read the description, pause the video. So I'll just provide a summary of the question that was asked. So what they want is basically by reading the input format, they will be giving us a number n, integer n, which will denote the maximum price of the item present on fill line, and we have to provide a single line denoting the minimum number of denomination of coins that is required. Okay, so if I have to provide an example, a test case, it will be like if we have they will give us a number 5, and now we have to provide the minimum number of denomination with the help of which we can create all the values that are ranging from 1 to 5, like 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so now we have to provide all the denominations, like with the help of which we can create all these numbers. So they have given us this example, and they say that with the help of 1 2 and 3 we can create all these numbers. Yes, they are right. With the help of 3 and 2 we can create 5. With the help of 3 and 1 we can create 4. The one thing to note here is that we can only use one denomination once. We cannot use it again. All right. In order to create a certain value, we can only use the denomination once. uh, the number of coins here are not infinite. If you have used two once, then you can't use it again to create a particular number. Like if you want to create 5, then you can't create 5 like 2 2 and 1. Okay, you can only use 2 once. However, if you are creating a different value, then you can use 2 again. Okay, so we can create 5 with the help of 3 and 2. We can create 4 with the help of 3 and 1, and so on. Now this was the actual trick of the question. This was the part where you were meant to get lost, because the test cases that they have given us, they wanted to confuse us. Another test case that they have given us is like this: 10. You have to the number that you have to create is 10, and the inputs that you have, sorry, the value that will range from 1 to 10. You have to create them. Okay, so that will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, and as you know that with the help of 1 2 3 and 4 you can create this number 10. Now by this point you will find a certain pattern. You'll think that if the sum of these values is equal to this number, or the sum of these values is greater than this number, then you can easily create this number. Because if you were asked to create a number till 11, you know that this series it would not suffice. So this was the actual trick of the question. This was the reason why they only gave us two options, two test cases, sorry, 5 and 10. Now, a normal student, if you were asked 50, then you will think that 11, 12, 13, 14, 50. Then you will be actually forced to think like this. You'll think that suppose 1 2 3 4 and 5, yeah, with the help of this the sum is almost equal to 15. So yeah, this is the minimum number of denominations that are required, and you'll think that the answer of 15 would be 5. But that's where we are wrong. The answer of 15, it's actually 40, sorry, it's actually 4. How? Instead of using this sequential series sum, what we were supposed to use, it was the binary numbers. Sorry. All right. Now the beauty of binary numbers is the with the help of these binary number, we can actually create any number possible that is less than their successive number actually. So with the help of 8 4 2 and 1, we can actually create 15. We don't need to go to like sequentially till 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But because of the test cases that we were given, we were forced to think that we need to create this with the help of sum. Most of the students have used this approach. They were like they used a while loop. They created two variables, sum and count, and they kept on adding these number iteratively from 1 to 5, from basically 1 to the number where the sum is less than equal to n, and they kept on increasing count sequentially. And this was solution that most of us have tried, and with the help of this we were successfully able to solve those public test cases. But at private test case we always failed, and we kept on thinking why what was wrong. So this was the actual trick of the question. The thing was we actually had to think of binary numbers, because with the help of binary numbers we can find that number we have to create in the minimum possible way. Okay, uh, instead of creating with 1 2 3 4 5, we can easily create 15 with the help of 8 4 2 and 1. Okay, now in this question statement they have not mentioned that the denomination should start from 1. They said that your task is to help Manisha to come up with the minimum number of denomination for any arbitrary max price in Finland. But because of the options, because of the test cases that we were given, we thought that we should start from 1, and we should kept on uh, increasing our sum till we get the value that is equal to or less than less than or equal to n. And this was the solution that most of us came up with. So in actual what we were supposed to do, we were only supposed to find the log 2 of that number. Because what log 2 does is, suppose the denomination that we have the maximum price of that item was 8. Let's just take an example. The maximum price of that item was 8, and we were asked that what was the number, how many denominations we are required. If I take log 2 of 8, it's 3. Log basically gives us that, because we know that 2 into 2 into 2, that will be 8. So basically 2 to the power 3 is 8. And since I'm taking log 2, it will return me what was the power of that. And that is the whole trick to this question. suppose uh, Suppose let's take an example of 14. Okay, so what will be log of 14? I don't know, I am not a calculator, but I know that log of 8, it was 3. Okay, and log of 16, it will be 4. Okay, so I know that with the help of only 3 denominations I cannot create 14, but yeah, with the help of 4 denominations I can create 14. So the code that I am supposed to write this with, it's very simple. The logic is very simple. I'll try to code it now. I'm currently using C++. You can use any language with which you are familiar. CodeVita actually provides with a lot of options. You have many options like Python, C++, Java, C. It's all your choice. Okay, so using namespace std int main. All right. So now I'll take an input of number of test cases, and I'll create a while loop which will run till the number of test cases run out. And here I forgot to initialize my t. Okay, now I'll take a number int num, and I'll get an input. Okay, great. So now what is my answer supposed to be? My answer, as I said, you have to take log 2 of that number, but you'll actually have to add 1, and that is your answer. You might be wondering why I'm adding 1. Well, if you think it's pretty obvious, alright. So as we know that if I take 8, log 2 of 8 is 3, right? But I cannot create 8 with the help of only 3 numbers. It's not possible. I mean, it is possible to create 8, but to create all the numbers varying from 1 to 8 with the help of only 3 denominators, it is not possible. So what I need is, I can create number till 7, but I can't create number 8. So that's where, that's the exact point where I had to increase my answer by 1. So if I find out that log 2 of 7, if I need to find out, it will be definitely 2 point something. And since I'm storing my answer in int, it will only have that redundant value 2. So I'll add 1 and my answer will be 3, which is correct. Now, if I'll take log 2 of 8, my it will return me 3, but I can't create only all the possible values that are ranging till 8 with the help of only 3 denominations. So I'll just add 1 and that will be my answer. And let me break it to you. This was the complete code which will run all the test cases that were there in CodeVita. Just for clearance, I'll execute it. All right, let me run my code. Great, terminal. This fine. I have two test cases. My first one will be 10. Yeah, the answer is 4. Great. Now I'll try to run 5, 3. Yeah. So now we have passed all the public test cases that were given. And trust me that this has also passed all the private cases. This was the only code, but student complicated the answers themselves. They kept on thinking. They got manipulated with the way this question was presented. They got tricked, but that was the whole reason. I have used actually this question. Otherwise, this was so easy that it wasn't even worth mentioning. But student got tricked in this 1 2 3, and they thought that they have to find this answer from ranging from 1 to whatever it was, and they kept on adding sum again and again and again, and they incremented count, which was wrong. So this is a solution, and in a way it is one liner. All right, so in this video we solved fill a line coin. In the next video we'll try to solve another question, most probably prime Fibonacci. Please, thank you.